Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got kind of a weird disc. I've never seen it before. It's from Innova and it's called the Gremlin. Let's check this out. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and as soon as I saw this, I was like, I got to have that. So this is the Gremlin by Innova Discs. If you guys know anything about 80s movies, you're gonna recognize this creature right here because it's basically stolen straight from the Gremlins movie. That is the Gremlin. I mean, take a look at that. Well, Innova's had a past of stealing images from cartoons and stuff. I mean, take a look at the old school birdies. They pretty much stole Tweety Bird from the cartoons. So it's no surprise that they stole the image from the movie's Gremlin, tried to make a buck back in the 80s, probably maybe even early 90s with this disc. Not a lot of information out there about this disc. It says this was kind of the predecessor to the Rock, but if you look at the profile, I mean, it does not look like a Rock. If anything, it's a little bit closer to like my old school Panther I've got over here, but even that's not exactly correct either. What it really reminds me of is it reminds me of a Mirage. The Mirage is a very understable disc. Let's go test this out and see what it's like. So if you guys haven't tuned in a while, I'm basically doing sidearm only for the next month or so. So this should be kind of fun with a disc that, if it is like a Mirage, is going to be super flippy. And we know sidearms need a lot of torque resistance. I'm guessing this probably doesn't have a lot of torque resistance, but one way to find out. I'm going to go right side, put this on a lot of hyzer. Oh yeah, that flipped up nice. Oh, that's a little more stable than I thought. Come on. Oh, what? I like that. All right, now since I got my old school Panther out here, I'm gonna throw this one too. Same angle. Oh, flies very similar. Go in. Woo. All right, maybe these two are a little bit more related than I thought. So I've been playing disc golf for a long time. When I started throwing, these type of discs were brand new. You could buy them in the store, or if you knew somebody locally, you could buy them off of them. So I love throwing stuff like this. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of my old stuff anymore. If you guys happen to have some of these old ones you'd like me to test out, reach out to me. Instagram, got my email connected to this YouTube. Maybe one of your discs will be on my video. All right, so I was totally wrong about this Gremlin. I thought it was gonna be more like a Mirage, but I think it's actually a little closer to the Panther than I had thought. It's got this weird kind of dome on it, just like a Mirage does, which feels kind of weird, but definitely more stable than a Mirage. So like I said, there's not a lot of information on this out there. If you guys know anything, add it in the comments. Closest to any flight numbers I could find was on a message board somewhere. I think they said it was 5302 or 5402, but only one way to find out. Oh yeah. Finish in there. All right, so I'm releasing it on a little bit of a hyzer, flips up, and it still has the stability to finish at the end. This is quite impressive. Not trying to be super shocked by this disc, but I don't know. I think I was coming out here thinking it was gonna fly more like a Mirage or like a super flippy beat-in old DX disc. But there's actually some really good flights I'm getting out of this so far, which is quite impressive. Okay, ended up flying past the basket on this one. Got another look at a birdie down here. Actually, last hole, this actually felt really good putting. Do it. Oh my gosh. Is this like the best one disc round disc ever? Gremlin? I don't know. All right, we got a great start so far with the Gremlin. Made 2 circle's edge putts with this thing. So, all right, we got 280 to the pin. See how the old Gremlin does in the tight woods here. Yes, got stability. Okay, finally released it kind of flat without a hyzer on it. Once it caught that turning angle, it just kind of stuck on that the whole way. So there is some instability with this thing. So left with about a 45 footer here. I got a tree right in the middle, so I'm gonna have to kind of straddle out here a little bit. I mean, this puppy's got me 2 putts from about 30 and 25 so far. So I don't know. If we can get close on this one, maybe this is gonna be my new long range putter. Ah, All right, that's par. Well, just like old school disc golf, 280 might have been a little bit of a stretch for a disc like this. Now we're back to about 220, which is totally in the range of this thing. All right, I'm gonna try to put it more on a hyzer this time, see if we can get it to flip up and then have that stability at the end too. Come on, punch through. You know, back before we had a lot of distance drivers and even a lot of fairway drivers, a lot of our discs were kind of like this. They weren't super fast, which is why it's super impressive that guys like Ken Climo and all these other guys were able to win so dominantly, because it takes a lot of skill using discs like this. Maybe skill was the wrong word, because you still need a lot of skill in golf. I think just a lot of touch. How about that? That's a better word. A lot of touch, a lot of finesse. I think it was way more a skill game than it is nowadays. Nowadays, it's a lot about power. Definitely need power to score good on the tour. Come on, Gremlin. Oh, definitely think there is an opportunity on the Pro Tour to have courses like we had back in the old days, where it's basically birdie or die. Gotta shoot 18 down if you want to be on the lead card. So I'd definitely like to see that. I know a goal for a lot of the tournament directors out there is to have a course hard enough that shooting par is really good. But gotta say, I'd love to see some 18 downs. I think that'd be fun. All right, gonna close it out here. We got 270 feet. That's gonna be max distance for this. In fact, if we get Circle's Edge, I'll be super happy with that. I think just like throwing putters, I'm gonna have to put a lot of height on this because it doesn't have a lot of glide. All right, I think we got a Circle's Edge putt. All right, we got a Circle's Edge putt. Let's see if we can end up at 3 down. Yes, there we go. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Kind of a surprising disc. I thought it was gonna be a lot more flippy than it is, but it's actually got some good stability, even at being maybe 30, 35 years old. What a good disc. All right, guys, if you got some old discs out there you'd like to see me review, you'd like to share them with me, I know that's kind of tough, reach out to me. But until I see you guys next time, peace out.